Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Ekta with my next one video of the plant physiology. It is the second part of plant physiology, that is mineral nutrition. Let's begin the quick review of the mineral nutrition. Do you understand by hydroponics? Hydroponics is the technique of growing plants in a nutrient solution. This concept for the first time demonstrated by German botanist Julius von Sache. What is the use of hydroponics? Hydroponic method is used for essential elements. By hydroponics method, essential elements are identified and their deficiency symptoms can be discovered. Beside it, hydroponics has been successfully employed for commercial production of tomato, seedless cucumber and lettuce. What do you understand by macronutrients? Those kind of elements which are required in excess of 10 mol per kilogram of dry matter are known as macronutrients. Important macronutrients are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, potassium, calcium and magnesium. What are micronutrients? So those are required in less amount. Micronutrients required in amount less than 10 mol per kilogram of dry matter. Examples of micronutrients are iron, copper, zinc, magnesium, molybdenum, chlorine, boron and nickel. Learn the difference between non-minerals and minerals. As carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are non-minerals because they do not absorb in the form of ions, while other nutrients are minerals because they can absorb in the form of ions from soil. Learn the name of few beneficial elements which are not required to all the plants. Few examples are sodium, silicon, cobalt and selenium. Very important point about the nitrogen. How does nitrogen absorbed in the plants? Nitrogen absorbed in the form of nitrate, nitrite and ammonium, but mainly it is absorbed in the form of nitrate. How does phosphorus absorbed? Phosphorus absorbed in the form of dihydrogen phosphate ion and hydrogen phosphate ion. Next element, potassium, is very much important for the mineral nutrition as it is required in more abundant quantities in meristematic tissues. Next important element is the calcium. Calcium is present in the middle lamella as calcium pactate and it helps in the formation of mitotic spindle. Next is magnesium. Magnesium is the constituent of chlorophyll structure and maintain the ribosome structure. Next is sulfur. It is present in amino acids. Cysteine and methionine are the example of amino acids. Constituent of thymine, biotin, coenzymes A and ferredoxin are formed by the sulfur. Next important element is the iron. Iron absorbed in the form of ferrous ion. It is the part of ferredoxin and cytochromes. Iron is not the constituent of chlorophyll, but it is essential for the formation of chlorophyll. Manganese involved in splitting of water in photosynthesis. Splitting of water is also known as photolysis. Zinc. Zinc needed in the synthesis of auxin. Auxin is a kind of growth hormone. Copper. Like iron, copper involved in redox reaction as a part of plastocyanin, cytochrome A and A3. Boron absorbed as borate ion and tetraborate ion. It is required for pollen germination and carbohydrate translocation. Molybdenum, it is absorbed in the form of molybdate ion, and molybdenum participate in nitrogen metabolism as the part of enzymes. It is present in the form of nitrogenase and nitrate reductase. Chlorine involved in water splitting in photosynthesis. Water splitting involved manganese, chlorine and calcium, but main role is of manganese. Nitrogen is the main essential mineral element which is required to the plants in the greatest amount. Among micronutrients, iron is required in greatest amount. Actively mobile elements are sodium, potassium and magnesium. If these elements will deficient in the plants or in the soil, then these elements show their deficiency symptoms first in senescent leaves. Immobile elements are calcium and sulfur. These elements show deficiency symptoms first in young tissues. What is critical concentration? The concentration of essential elements below which plant growth is retarded is termed as critical concentration. Few deficiency symptoms are chlorosis. Chlorosis means loss of chlorophyll leading to yellowing in leaves. That can be occur due to the deficiency of nitrogen, potassium, magnesium, sulfur, iron, manganese, zinc and molybdenum. Another one deficiency symptom is necrosis. It means death of tissues, particularly leaf tissues. It can be occur because of the deficiency of calcium, magnesium, copper and potassium. Another one deficiency symptom is inhibition of cell division. Due to inhibition, plants' growth can be stopped. It can be occur due to the deficiency of sodium, potassium, sulfur and molybdenum. Another one deficiency symptom is delay flowering. It can be occur due to the deficiency of sulfur and molybdenum. What is toxic concentration? Micronutrient concentration in tissues that reduces the dry weight of tissues by about 10% is considered as toxic concentration. The example of toxic concentration is if any plant have the excess of manganese, that is known as manganese toxicity. If manganese toxicity occur in the plant, then it can deficient the amount of iron, magnesium and calcium. How can we know that manganese toxicity is increasing in the plant? The prominent symptom of this toxicity is the appearance of brown spots surrounded by chlorotic veins. Absorption of ions can occur by both active and passive method, but mainly active process help to absorb more ions in the flowering plants. There are two phases of absorption of ions, first phase and the second phase. In first phase, entry of ions in apoplast. That means it is a passive kind of movement. In second phase, entry of ions in symplast. That means both active and passive methods can be used by the plants. But here also mainly active method provide more nutrients to the flowering plant. So it was about the mineral nutrition in plant physiology. I hope that you all are able to learn all the points. In my next video, I will continue metabolism of nitrogen. Have a nice day. Have a happy day. Bye bye.